What's going on, my faithful followers? The Iacon Files is live. It is later than usual that I go on. I usually go on a lot earlier. Let me turn down this music. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, it's 9:27 Eastern Standard Time here on the Iacon Files. It is Thursday night. Been busy these last couple of days, but I wanted to, as always, try to put together a show to bring the community, to share with the kingdom, Transformers Third Party Kingdom, and just anybody on YouTube who's following the Iacon Files, you know, just me trying to, your average Joe trying to bring a little bit of content to anybody who's supporting the channel. Today's topic is Headmasters. A couple of days ago I did Target Masters, and today I want to talk a little bit about Headmasters, you know what I'm saying? Just adding my 2 cents to the overall pie. And as always, before I start, I want to give shout out. First shout out I want to do is James Gobo, all things pop culture, the good, the bad, the awesome. Check out his channel on YouTube. I think he's got Instagram as well, but check him out. There's the information there on Facebook, YouTube. My apologies, YouTube. Awesome channel. Support him. He's always bringing amazing content. Always having some good material just to listen in, and just wanted to share his channel because he helped me set up StreamYard, and StreamYard has been a lot of fun for me the past few times I've been able to do some shows. I think this is episode 8, I believe, if I'm counting correctly. This is episode 8. So shout out to James Gobo of the good, the bad, the awesome. Check him out. Next, I want to give a shout out to Jonathan Schofield from 3DS Printing and Collectibles, where imagination takes shape. I've had the honor and the privilege of having some interactions with Jonathan. He's made a lot of the dreams, visions that I've had just come to life, you know? Just like where it says, where imagination takes shape. And, you know, I had a few things that I wanted done, and he was able to work on them. And like I've said before, he's taken my ideas, and he's just been able to do some work on it and make it happen. So Jonathan Schofield from 3DS Printing, man, he's your man. You know, he's an amazing guy, and like I said, I still got some stuff lined up that I want to do with him, and can't wait to check it out. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada boom, bada bing. Jonathan Schofield. All right, let's see here. What else? Shout out to, where is it? Where is it? I'm looking through it. Hold on. There we go. Angela Gibson, crafty as a mug. Angela, as I've shared in the previous shows that I've done, has made clothing and merchandise available for the Iacon files, as well as Transformers Third Party Kingdom. This is the first time that I've actually had somebody just bring my ideas to life. And I'm super happy with what she's bringing. Let me share with you guys what I'm talking about. Bada boom, bada bing. Hoodies, shorts, muscle tees, hats, stickers, mugs, magnets. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff on her website for the Iacon files, as well as Transformers Third Party Kingdom merchandise. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an idea here, a close-up of the shirt. And this is just a simple design of more to come. As I work on more designs, I'm going to have more available, but this is to start us off what I got here from Angela's website here. A little something for the ladies. And she's got a whole bunch of colors available, guys. You know, and like I said, just go into our website and you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff just available. All right. Oh yeah, let me get her website here. There we go. That's her website, craftyasmug.dashery.com. Just type it in, it'll take you straight to the store. You're going to see stuff for the Iacon files, you're going to see stuff for the Transformers Third Party Kingdom, and you're going to see stuff from other stuff that she's been just supplying to the community. So check her out, guys. It's going to be amazing. Let's see. What else can I share? There we go. What would you guys like to see in the Iacon files? Like I said, I myself am always thinking of things to bring. But there's nothing like having the community just share with you what they would like to see, you know? And that's what I'm hoping for the community to just like give us some ideas on what you like. You know, I'm trying to think of some interviews with some people from the kingdom that I can bring on and maybe interview. I think Terry Stringfellow mentioned he would jump on here at some point, so I'm gonna have to reach out to him and see if we can get that down. But in the meantime, I'm always trying to think of topics. You know, I'm sure there's been a lot of people giving it, but you know what? I'm giving you my personal views on them, so it might differ a little bit. What else? So, with that being said, your boy Mike's here, man. Welcome. Who's here? Let's see. I got a comment. Awesome Optimus Prime. Hello, hello. What's going on? Thank you for showing up again. You're my like #1 guy. I was gonna go on earlier, but then I saw Chris who was on, and I'm like, you know, it's no point in going on when Chris is on because you're gonna have nobody. So, yeah, man. Thanks, Awesome Prime, for being here. We're gonna get into the Headmasters. My last show was Target Masters, and this one's gonna be Headmasters. At least a little bit on them. I got some stuff to share with you guys. As always, I always like to put on, if you want to support the channel, give a like, subscribe, follow, everything. If you want to donate anything to the channel, it helps go to StreamYard, which it goes to a monthly subscription that I got to cover. So anything that you give is going to be awesome, and I greatly appreciate it. And let's see what else. Boom. I always like to give a Bible verse in my lives. And today's Bible verse is Psalms 24. May He grant your heart's desires and make all your plans succeed. That's an important one, right? Because we all have desires, we all have desires, and we all have some kind of plan that we want to see completed, and God's word says He will grant your heart's desires and make your plans succeed. So that's a big one. All right, guys, let's get into this. What do I got? I want to start off with this guy, Hardhead, Make Toys. I got this guy in my collection, and I want to give as honest review on this guy as I can. I think he's all right. He doesn't blow me away. I like the fact that his tracks are rubber rather than hard plastic, so it gives a little bit more realism to it. I like the way his guns are and stuff. Like, he just balanced the own. But one thing I don't like is his elbows. I really hate his elbows. It just feels like there's a huge gap whenever you bend them. It's not like some other figures where it's a complete elbow, and no matter even if you bend it, it still looks like an elbow. This one, it's like he's missing. There's like a space gap in between the elbows, and that's like the number one down for me when it comes to this figure. Other than that, he's like I said, he doesn't blow me away. He's all right. That's my honest opinion on him. The shoulder cannon on him can be a little bit, a pain to mess with. Like, sometimes it seems like you tap it and it falls off. Depending how old it is and how much movement you do on it, it'll wobble. It doesn't stand up so much. So at least from the one I have. So that's like, one of the things I didn't like about him. And, but other than that, he's all right. There's not much to choose from when it comes to Masterpiece. But doing some research on, let's see, I'm the only one here again. You're the only one here again, brother. What we're gonna say? It says we got 3 people here. If you're watching, send up, just make a comment so I know who's here. But other than that, Optimus Prime is gonna be the the MVP of the show as usual. But when I was looking at Headmasters, I came across another version of Hardhead that I really did enjoy. Let me show you guys. Boom, man, I tell you, number one, my favorite color is green, and this guy is showing the green pretty amazing. Hardbone by Toy World. Hardbone by Toy World. After seeing this guy, man, I really want to grab him because I'm just loving the way he looks. And just by the pictures, I'm thinking I'm going to like him way better than the Make Toys. The Make Toys might be a little bit more accurate to the cartoon because of the face. This guy's face is more greenish, and maybe he's based off the comics. I'm not sure. I can't 100% what do you call it? Tell you if that's true or not, but he does. I do like him way better than Make Toys in my opinion. I just like the way he looks. You know what I'm saying? I don't have him in front of me to have the feel, and how if he has ratcheting on him. I don't know if some of you in the comments have him, by all means, let me know what you think of him. But based on what I saw, I was blown away, man. I was like, man, here's another picture of him. Boom. So I like the fact that he can hold the gun, like in this one, or you can put him on his side like that, which that actually is kind of dope as well. I like that fact because you can see his hands. Because a lot of times when you put guns on robots, they're on the hands, So this is kind of different. It gives you a different look of him. I think he looks beefy. I think he has a good presence to him. And I'm gonna do some research and see how much he goes for, because I'm definitely thinking of considering to add him into my collection. I really do like him. I really do like him. Again, if I do pick him up, I can do a more thorough review on him. But I'm just going on pictures. I have, like I said, I have the Make Toys, and I already went over some of the stuff I'm not too crazy about, like his elbow joint. I wish it was more like complete. His shoulder cannon, I wish it was a bit more sturdy. Maybe if it was on a ratchet, it would be a lot better, but it does get loose over time depending how much you use it. But yeah, this one definitely blew me away. I love it. Here's the box, how he looks. Looks cool, man. I mean, I love the box art. For those of you who are collecting boxes, we got collectors who unbox them, and we also have collectors that keep box art. And I'm a fan for box art too, man. It's pretty dope, So that was the one I came across. I thought that was awesome. Let's see what else we got. We got Fan Toys Chomp. I did have this guy, and I ended up doing a trade. So I really did. I never even took him out of the box. I did an unboxing, and that was about it. I put him back in the box. But I never got to display him. He did look pretty awesome. If to my knowledge, he did have like a metallic paint job on him, which looked pretty cool. He was very solid. This is his alt mode. That's pretty cool, you get the alligator there. Kind of reminds me of that episode with Optimus Prime, and they kind of took him apart and made him into an alligator as well. But yeah, that's Fan Toys Chomp. Colors stand out, green and pink. You got unique colors there. I like the face. I like the stamp here. It looks like he's very articulated. So, in my opinion, he would make a good addition to your collection if you're planning to do Headmasters. Which eventually, if I got the space, I do want to get into it. I got a few Headmasters, which I'm going to share with you as we continue, but this is one I did have, but now I don't have. All right, moving on. Mind Wipe. Bada boom, bada bing. Fan Toys Dracula, aka Mind Wipe. And again, this is another one that I did have, but I ended up trading, so I never got to display him. But when I did take him out, I was really impressed with the wings. I was really impressed with the way they unfold and the size of them. I think they looked amazing with the robot. And at some point, I'm again going to have to try to pick them up on a good deal, because I'm trying to complete my Headmasters, and I'm trying to complete Target Masters. I'm going to try to work on the Pretenders, which I believe the first one was Metal Hawk. That's something that I'm going to want to get into. So little by little, I know, like I said, on the Target Masters on the last show, we talked about some of the new releases from X-Transbot. So we'll check them out, and hopefully I get lucky and come across them again. Next, Fan Toys Hannibal. Bada boom, bada bing. This guy I have, and I feel like his articulation could be a lot better. I think it's limited. I tried posing him a few times, and I found it difficult because his articulation is a bit stiff, in my opinion. But I have him posed kind of like in an angle stance, and it works out for my display. He brings like a good presence to him standing up, but that's Hannibal. He's going to be going with the new, I believe it's the Fan Toys Fortress Max at one point. I got to take a look at that to see at one time. That is going to be coming out. I'm sure it's going to be huge. But this guy is going to be the head of the Fan Toys Fortress Maximus whenever that does come out. And here we got a picture of the alt mode. He's turning into the head. Very detailed. You know, he's got simple colors, light gray, dark gray, but he still looks cool. I mean, he's very accurate to the cartoon. Very accurate. I'm definitely loving him. Let's see what else. We have the Iacon Files Fan Hobby Ace Hitter. Now these are Fan Hobby Junior Headmasters, and let me tell you guys, these guys are amazing. They're very posable, very posable. I mean, you think of it and they can do it. They're really, like, you can put them in a sweep. I mean, you can do them. I mean, they're very good at posing. So when I got these, man, I got them on sale. I want to say 35 to 40 bucks. They were like really cheap. And now when I went back to look at them on eBay and stuff, I was seeing them for around the $80 range. So they kind of like doubled in price. It could have been maybe when they released it, they were a sale. I might have got them when they just got released, and that's why I got a good deal on them. But take it from me, guys. This guy is really posable. You know, I'm really liking him. So if you get a chance, if you don't have this guy, you're thinking of getting into Headmasters, this guy's a must. I'm telling you right now, it's a must. Next, Athena. Very nice. Again, very nice looking robot. I'm going to show you another version of Athena. They call it differently, but same mode. But Athena looks pretty dope. I don't have her, but I got a model, which I'll show you in a minute, that is the same thing. So based on that, let me move on to Nightbeat. Fan Hobby Nightbeat. I'm sorry about that. It looks like it cut it off. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me take this banner off here, and then it should show up better. Hold on. On here. I think it's actually here. Oh. There we go. Nightbeat. So I do have this one. And again, it's the same body mode as Athena. Again, very accurate, very posable. I love the color scheme of this one better than the Athena one, you know, so that must be why I went with this version. I like the blue and the neon green, yellowish colors. Awesome robot. The thing to keep in mind, if you do pick up these junior Headmasters, the thing to keep in mind is their heads don't really move that much. Their bodies, yes, but the heads really don't move that much. Side to side, yes. Very, very limited up and down. You know, so if you have any of these on the bottom shelf and you want to tilt the head looking up, it's not going to happen. So you're going to want them like at eye level. You know, so that's the probably only downside about these juniors is their heads do not really move. All right, moving on. We got Fan Hobby Cat. This guy's dope. This guy's pretty dope. The vehicle mode, in my opinion, feels a bit toyish, like a child toy. It does, in my opinion, it doesn't have the detailed look of some of the other cars, you know. So it looks a bit toyish to me. But as a robot, he's pretty dope. I like him. He has like a kind of like a mid-sized, in my opinion, like a cannon gun type thing. And he's not as articulated as the other ones, as Nightbeat, Athena, and Ace Hitter. He's not as posable as them, but you can still come up with something good. You know, like if you take your time, eventually you're gonna find a good pose that'll work. So he's alright. You know, his posing is alright, but I like the detail of him as a robot. Pretty dope. Alright. Next, we have Make Toys Coppola, aka Chrome Dome. This guy I have in my collection. I really like him. I think Fan Toys is making a version, which is probably going to blow this one away. I won't know until we see it out, you know, when it's released. But for the meantime, this guy is nice, and if you can get him for a good deal, he's worth grabbing. The only thing I would say that annoys me is his feet. If you look closely at his feet, there's like a little shield that goes right in the middle of his feet, right before the brown leg. There's like a little piece that's on a like snap-on peg, and that thing seems to come off like easy. You know, you can put it back on fairly easy, but it's just a little bit annoying when you're posing him, because if you just touch it a little bit, that foot shield will pop out. You know, so that's just one negative about it. Overall, other than that, I really do like him. I think he's posable. He's has good articulation. I like the leg form, nice and smooth in my opinion. He looks pretty accurate to the cartoon. I just wish his foot was a lot better designed. But I think if you don't have him, I think he's worth getting. You could probably get him at a good deal. Next, we got the Fan Toys FT18 Lupus, aka Weird Wolf. I had this guy, just like Chomp and Dracula, but again, I did a trade and let him go. But out of the 3 Decepticon Headmasters, Weird Wolf was my favorite. I think he looks amazing. The color, when you see the color in person, it's amazing. He was a lot of fun to handle. Never had a chance to display in my collection, but handle him in my hands, he just felt pretty amazing, and I was really happy with him. Here's a picture of his alt mode. Pretty nice, man. He has a nice sword. Just a really nice color combination, in my opinion. So if you're looking to get Headmasters, Weird Wolf is definitely a must, in my opinion. All right. What else? Oh, I forgot to show you the alt mode for Dracula. Let me throw that on now. That's Mind Wipe alt mode. Again, Fan Toys Dracula. Looks nice though, man. You know, I love the robot, and the alt mode looks awesome too, in my opinion. Pretty accurate, you know. Pretty accurate. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you're able to get them, again, let me show you the robot mode. There's the robot mode. And there's the alt mode. I'm not sure the pricing on this guy. I'm going to take a guess that he's probably averaging maybe like $150. I'm guessing. Maybe cheaper if you're lucky, depending on the seller. If they're desperate, maybe you'll get a good deal. But that was his alt mode. I wanted to share that before I forget. Moving on now to the big boys. Scorponok's Earthrise. Bada boom, bada bing. I have this guy, and I'm so happy that I have him. I know they have I think it's the Scion Culture, I think it's called Scorponox. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it's, or Humberg or something like that. But yeah, I want to say Sozi had them on sale recently for like, man, I think it was like $100. I'm guessing, might have been cheap, but I want to say $100. But I personally love the Earthrise Scorponok. I think he's a great size. I think he's really done well, in my opinion. There's a few upgrades that you can get for him. The shoulder cannons, they have some upgrades where they're movable instead of in place. The upgrades, you can move the cannon barrels around, which is nice. I'm planning to get 4 of them. I already talked to Jonathan Schofield about it. Actually, I talked to him about this a while ago. I just never got the chance to just follow through with the order, but eventually I'm definitely going to get those cannons. Really big figure, and in my opinion, for a big robot, he's pretty easy to, find a good pose for him. So that's going to be the Scorponok Earthrise. The next one is gonna, in my opinion, is I'm just happy with, because Jonathan Schofield hooked me up with a lot of upgrades for this guy. I mean, some people might think it's overkill, but in my opinion, I love the way it looks. So without further ado, Fortress Maximus. Bada boom, bada bing. So what are we seeing here? Let me show you. So first of all, the huge cannons on his shoulders, those are upgrades. The original cannon was nothing compared to those cannons. The shoulder cannon that it came with, I want to say it's going to look more like the cannon that you see on his left leg. If left leg, but from our point of view, the right leg on our point of view, the one with the cannon that's mounted on the leg, that's more like what was on his shoulder. And I'm like, dude, I want something big, I want something bigger. And Jonathan, he messed around with the files, and eventually he came up with this. I was like, wow, dude, this thing is crazy. I got 3 of them on this bad boy. I mean, he did the upgrades for the waist cannon. I originally had a set, but the set that I had was very poorly done, and Jonathan was able to improve them a lot. The arm cannons that you see there are also upgrades. The original ones did not look like that, so these are upgrades as well. I did buy an upgrade kit for the leg cannons, the big barrels on his legs. They light up. I got them on eBay from a China website. It took a little bit of time to come in, but eventually they did. It wasn't too difficult to put it on. And then if you notice, on Fortress Maximus' shoulder, he's got like this pink thing. So that pink thing is a crystal. Titan class Scorponok is fantastic. After CI add the 3D. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The 3 DNA upgrades for Scorponok is awesome, man. I really want to get it. I haven't got them yet, but they're really, really done well, in my opinion. I think they add a lot to it. So, I definitely agree with you there, Awesome Prime. I know there's a new Fortress Max coming out, but to be honest, guys, in my opinion, I love my Fortress Max. I really do love him. I have the upgrade tilt for his feet. So I kind of went all in on this guy. And I just like him. The only thing I wish I can replace with his fingers, because obviously the ones that come with it don't bend. They just kind of go up and down as a whole, but they don't individually go up and down like if you were to close your fist. So there's a little bit of a limitation on his hand. But if you can see past that, and if you can get this guy at a good price with the upgrades, in my opinion, it's going to look great in your collection. I think he looks amazing in my collection. I'm going to have to do a live video of my collection at one point again. I've shown a few of them, but I'm going to have to do it again just to kind of give everybody an idea what I'm talking about. But I love him. I think he's awesome. That's what I have to share as far as Headmasters today on this late night Thursday. It is 10:02 Eastern Standard Time. Again, just wanted to give you my feedback. I have a couple of these in my collection, so I can talk about the ups and downs about them. But everything that I showed you today, if you can get at a good price, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think all of them. Let me just cycle through them. Boom. 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 There. Get the head of Cerebro. Got the hard head. But like I said, though, my favorite one is the one I found out when I was researching it. The hard bone from Toy World is my favorite. I love the way he looks, guys. Again, if I do get him, I can talk a little bit more about him and see how he feels. But he looks awesome. When I'm done with this live, I'm going to research it and see how much he goes for, because I think he's pretty dope. He's going to be. I love the colors. I love how vibrant they are. And mostly the green, because I know he's a black and gray figure, but the green just really pops out. I'm just loving it. I think he has just a stronger presence than the Make Toys version, in my opinion. And if you want to put the guns on his arms, on his hands, it's going to look like this. So that's what I got today, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, guys, what we got? I've got DNA upgrade for him as well. One kid has possible hands in the waist cannon, Cerebral's alternate, and alternate legs for Cerebral's. Okay, and the other, the hip, feet, and ankle upgrades. Yeah, DNA mode, Fortune Maximus Blaster 2. Love that big thing. Yeah, thank you, Awesome Brian. Thank you. Thank you for contributing, man. I really appreciate you being a part of my show all the time. It gives me somebody to talk about. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to you. And before I end, let me just go through the people that I want to represent here. We got Jonathan Schofield from 3DS Printing and Collectibles, where Imagining takes shape. Check them out, guys. James Gobo, all things pop culture, the good, the bad, the awesome. Check his channel out on YouTube. You will not be disappointed. Subscribe, support his channel. I think it's amazing. I personally support the channel because I think it's worth it. What else? And we have Angela Gibson from Crafty as a mug. Thank you again to Angela for making the merchandise available for the Iacon files. Check it out, guys. If you haven't already, there's a lot of good deals out there. Shirts, mugs, magnets, stickers, clothing. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to try to make more design and send it her way, and she'll be able to make those available as well. So check it out. And to all my New Englanders, you know what I'm saying? If you're from New England, drop us a message. You know, I'm trying to get everybody in the New England area together where we can do a live. You know, that's what most of the reason was for starting the Iacon file was to try to get East Coast guys together here. So, bada boom, bada bing. All right, guys. Thank you for another show at the Iacon Files. Thank you, Awesome Prime, my MVP of the show today and yesterday. Thanks for being here. Share the channel, guys. You know, share the channel. If you know anybody, share the channel. Hey, check out the Iacon Files. You know what I'm saying? By all means, I welcome it. And lastly, I'll end with if you want to support the channel, make a donation of any size. There you go. There's the information. You know, I appreciate anything that you can do, guys. I really do. I really do appreciate it. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me see here. Trying to check my stuff here before I go. Make sure that I'm not missing anything. Just want to end. Let's see. I'll end with James 4:8 here. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. Nice stream was fun. Thanks, Awesome Prime. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Listen, just like I said before, if you're going through some hard times, if you need somebody to talk to, that's what the Iacon Files is here for, guys. I'm not only here to talk about Transformers, Thundercats, Silverhawks, whatever, but I'm also here to talk about if you need somebody to talk to, if you need prayer, if you're going through some hard times, we can pray for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a little bit shy on the live, then reach out to me on a private message. Look me up on Facebook, Michael Grajales, and I can talk. You know, pray with you one-on-one. I'm here. You're not alone. Transformers Third Party Kingdom, we're the same way. A lot of guys there who support. A lot of guys there. If you need somebody to talk to, they're there to help. You know. But I just wanted to share that. I can't share it enough. I really can't, because a lot of times you feel like you don't have nobody to talk to. A lot of times, we forget that God is with us always. Hebrews 13:5 says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I've experienced that myself in my life, guys. I've been through some ups and downs where I thought it was over, where I thought, man, there's no way out of this. And here comes God showing me how awesome He is, showing us just, you know what? I'm the miracle maker. You know what I'm saying? So don't hesitate, guys. You're not alone. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through some hard times, let us know. Prayer makes a huge difference, guys. It does. Take time to pray. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't prayed in a while, if you don't know how to pray, dude, just, you know, you pray to God the way I'm talking to you right now. The way we interact through this channel is the same way you can talk to God. It's that simple. The problem is we complicate it a lot when it's not that difficult. You just talk to Him just like you would anybody else. And He's there, man. You know, take a leap of faith. If you're going through something, just to, you know, get on your knees and say, God, you know, be as honest as you can. God, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm taking a leap of faith that I'm on my knees, that I'm going to pray to you, that you can change the circumstances that I'm going through. I'm telling you guys, that's simple. That's simple. Be honest, come from the heart, and you're gonna see God move in your life. You know what I'm saying? And as always, if you haven't accepted Christ, accept Christ, man. You know, you don't need no degree. You don't need no 4 6 week class to accept Christ. You can accept Christ right here, right now, where you at, sitting at your house, sitting in front of the TV, wherever you are, in your car, at work, whatever. You know, you don't have to complicate it. It can. You just like, you know what? Wherever you are, you can just lift up your hands and say, Lord, I choose to believe in you, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I choose to believe you. I choose that you will forgive me of all my sins, my iniquities. I'm not perfect, but I want to serve and follow a perfect God. In the name of Jesus, the Son of God, I accept you into my life. Amen. That's it, dude. That's it. That's all it is. It's that simple. You don't have to complicate it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm no Billy Graham, and we don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular guy, just like you, that loves God, loves Christ, and is trying to find the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So, and don't forget, if you want one of these cups, Jonathan Schofield is the man to see, man. He's the one who did this one for me. It's awesome, guys. So just a regular soda can, a regular beer can, whatever you're drinking, will fit in here. What I notice is if it's a little bit wet, it might be a little bit tough to get in, but it does go in. But it's awesome. This guy looks amazing, dude. I have him on my desk, and boom, whatever I got something to drink, I'll put him in here. Absolutely meant to that. Yeah, man. So thanks, everybody. Thank you for those who are watching now. Awesome Prime. And thanks to those who watch it later. Subscribe. Follow. Make sure you hit the bell so you know when I'm going live. I'm always trying to think of stuff. Leave in the comments what you would like to see. You know, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna try to do an interview with Kerry Stringfellow. I already talked to him, and he kind of briefly, like, we have to get together. So I'm gonna try to get something down and see when he's available, and try to get that going, so we can all, you know, have something else to talk about. And in the meantime, anything else in my collection that I feel like you can talk about, I'll do here. So, all right, guys. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Iacon Files loves you. I love you. And have a blessed day. Have a blessed night, and sleep well. Peace out. Bada boom, bada bing.